So here I am, and I'm talking to my friend with the bushy hair, and he's back with it. Anyways, I'm talking to him, and we this popped up, this Superman, and I have a few things to say, and yeah, okay. First of all, the new Superman movie, those people in Hollywood, they're dumbasses because they changed the Superman costume yet again. Every time they change the costume, they gotta change it back, and they gotta do this, and and it's just wrong. I mean, Superman has to wear his underwear on the outside because that's what superheroes do, especially in the DC universe. I mean, if they don't, and it's like in Smallville, they didn't freaking show him in suit at the end of the show. Kind of pissed me off. Yeah, I just don't understand why they can't do that. So I want to review Superman the movie. Yeah, okay. So here we go. You got Superman the movie, and at the end, it was a good movie. So they didn't like the fact that Krypton was a giant ice cube because it was. Anyways, that's fine. But I didn't like it. And then you got at the end of the movie where he's like finally corralling freaking Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor's like, even you, Superman, with your great power and speed, aren't good enough to stop 2 missiles. And I'm thinking, this is Superman. Superman can fly that way, and then he can fly that way, and boom, he's got both missiles. It could have been done the way done, but no. Lex Luthor throws kryptonite around his neck, and he's all discombobulated, and he finally does escape with the help of some bimbo. That's all fine. And when he does escape, it takes him 5 minutes to catch one lousy missile. One ICBM takes him 5 minutes to catch it. I mean, Soup should have caught it just like that. He should have caught that quicker than frickin' he'd catch herpes off a hooker. Yeah. And that's how fast he should have. And then he should have gotten the other missile. But no, he didn't get the other missile. And it crash landed. It blew up in the San Andreas Fault and caused an earthquake. And that California is going to fall in the ocean. Millions of people were going to die. But that's okay because he flew back down to Earth, and he pushed up the San Andreas Fault line, and he saved California IA. He pushed a couple of boulders off on each side and stopped a massive flood, saved California IA. And then you got Lois Lane, and what Lois Lane does is that she's in a car and it's running out of gas, and I guess she can't figure out how to fill up the gas tank. And she's sitting at the gas station honking the horn for people to come to fill it up. And Neil is going to be excited, sorry, we're close. And then she finally thinks, oh, maybe I should just drive away. And then she drives away, and the telephone poles are hanging, buildings blowing up. And then you got this other part where the car finally runs out of gas, and she looks in the rearview mirror, and what she sees the ground opening up, and the ground's coming closer, and she goes, ah! But does she get out of the car? No, she just sits there and freaks out. Yay! That's all fine and dandy. And then she gets out of it, and she doesn't get out of the car, and the car gets in the ground, dirt falls in, and squishes her, and she dies. There you go. And you got Soup, and he's flying around saving people, and all of a sudden he sees Lois's car in the ground is all squishtified. So he gets there and he pulls her out and sees her dead. And he's like, no. And he flies up and he's about to go back in time and save her. But then Jor-El's head pops up. Just, my son, it is forbidden for you to interfere with human history. And he's like, you. And so he freaking flies around the world. He's like, he can't stop 2 ICBMs in the matter of 5 or 10 minutes, but he can turn around and fly around the world about 100 times in less than 2 seconds. So I think that was kind of dumb. Yeah. So that's the silly thing. And then you got the Richard Donner Superman 2 movie, and that's the Richard Donner cut. And in his cut, he never went to Paris and stopped terrorists from blowing up the awful tower with a hydrogen bomb. No, basically where the movie started was where Superman 1 left off. The bomb was going into space. The missile was going into space, and it blew up, and it blew up. Zod, Ursa, and Non all got free, and they got down to Earth, and they made life a living hell. And then you got Lois and Clark, and they went to Niagara Falls as undercover people, and they're newlyweds. And Lois figured out that he was Clark was Superman, and she took a gun and shot him, and he didn't fall over. And Clark's like, what if you were wrong, and Clark Kent would be dead now? And Lois said, with blanks? Gotcha. That was just so stupid. Yeah. And that's just silly. And there's these 2 TV shows called I Dream of Jeannie and Three's Company, and do you know what they have in common? Patrick Duffy, and that's all I'm going to say on that. If you can't figure it out, too freaking bad. And so, yeah, and then you got Superman 3. Now, in Superman 3, there is only one good thing about Superman 3, and that was That was the junkyard scene where Clark and Superman were fighting each other. Yeah. And you got Superman 4, but we don't talk about Superman 4. Yeah. It never happened. Well, actually, you know what? Superman 3 and 4 never really happened because Superman Returns, which starred Brandon Roth, which was a reboot, that takes place actually after Superman 2. So Superman 3 and 4 never really happened. See? Never really happened. And then they made something, you know, speaking of blue and red, look, see, it's Papa Smurf. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Okay, I'm gonna go because and remember, Superman 4 never happened, and Superman 4, you know what? It had what's his face in it? I can't remember his name. John Cryer from 2.5 Men. He's the normal one. He's not the crazy person like Charlie Sheen. And Charlie Sheen was the movie about airplanes, and Superman 2 or Superman 4 had airplanes. No, Superman Returns had airplanes. Yeah, okay, goodbye.